Hello and welcome. My name is Michelle with Paperstampink. Thanks for stopping by my channel today, where my goal is to inspire you through tips, techniques, and tutorials to create your own cards and unique paper craft projects. So today I am coming to you with paper pumpkin alternatives. If you're not familiar with paper pumpkin, then this is a kit that comes to your door. Everything's included in one box. You get a box just like this, and it's filled with all sorts of goodies. You can order it once a month. You can set up several months at a time. It's up to you, but these are great if you're just starting out because everything that you need is in the kit. I'm talking adhesives, ink, the stamp set. Your first one's even going to include an acrylic block to mount your stamps on. So the only thing you would need is a pair of scissors, maybe a trimmer would be handy, but you generally everything is pre-cut for you unless you want to do alternatives. So what I like to do is take the kit and come up with some unique ways of using the products that they have given us in the kit. And you always end up with extras left over. Of course, you get the stamp set and the ink that you're always going to have, but there's always extra bits and pieces and parts left too. So let's go ahead and get started. This is the August 2018 kit. It's the Blissful Blooms kit, and most of my stuff's out of here, but just to give you an idea, when you get the kit, this is telling us what to expect for next month. Of course, we never know what's going to be exactly in there, but they've started giving us hints of what might come in the next one. So something spooky this way comes. I don't know, think something Halloween. So you do need to subscribe, as it tells you here, by September 10th. You have to subscribe by the 10th of the month. Now, if you're not already a subscriber of my channel, speaking of subscriptions, I sure would appreciate you hitting that subscribe button and tap the bell notification, and that means you'll get notified whenever I post new video projects so you don't miss out on anything. If you would like to sign up for Paper Pumpkin, I sure would appreciate the opportunity to earn your business. I am a Stampin' Up! Representative, and I would love the chance to share with you. Now, this is the stamp set. Let me put something behind it. It makes it a little bit easier to see. That came with this kit. So, got several sentiments in this one. Let's see. We've got "You Make Me So Happy," "The Loss is immeasurable, but so is the love left behind," "Congratulations," "Thank you," "Thinking of You." I have that stamp out right now because we're using that one. And then we've got this floral image, a petal or heart image, this little burst that can be used for the center of a flower, and these little, they're like the stamens in the flower. So this, of course, you will get to keep and use and reuse. This paper did not come in the kit. That's one of the things that I used for my alternative projects. So I've still got my ink. I've got my adhesive dots. I had already put it away with my others. I did come with some dimensionals. One of the best things about the kit, they always include dimensionals. At least everyone that I've had recently has, and I love that because I am slightly addicted to dimensionals. So this one is pretty picked over. As you can see, I've got a few of the card pieces. I've got some of these vellum pieces that are still left. Envelopes, these beautiful silver on them. So that's part of the bits and pieces. And then they always give you samples or a picture of the sample and instructions. And so this month is super, super fast to put together. So let's go ahead and get started. I want to apologize for being a little late getting my video out this month. I just sent my second child off to college, so both of the kids are off to college now. So officially empty nesters. Wow, weird feeling. Give me a thumbs up if you're an empty nester too. Tell me it gets easier. It's still a little odd feeling. I am going to have to learn to cook a little differently after having them home for the summer, I realized as I prepared dinner tonight. So back to our Paper Pumpkin kit. These are samples of the ones that came in the kit. So it had all this beautiful design on the card front already. All I had to do was stick some of these vellum leaves on, the sentiment, and use some of the thread, which, here's that also came in the kit. This one again, just put the sentiment on, some of the vellum leaves, and there you go. So if you're looking for quick and easy cards, Paper Pumpkin's got you covered. Now, if you want to go a little bit outside of the box, pardon the pun, the paper pumpkin box there, then you can take and cut apart, manipulate your items in the kit to get different looks. So this is one. I took the panel from this card here. I cut it down into a strip, mounted it on some Flirty Flamingo, and put that on some Lemon Lime Twist. Now, the other nice thing that Stampin' Up! Does is that they give you the colors on that little sheet that had the samples. They'll tell you what colors coordinate. So again, they make it so simple for us. So that one was very easy, but I think a very pretty card. So let's move on. This one, I just trimmed this down. I have a problem with white space, I have to admit. I am not good with a lot of white space, and I know that a lot of people make beautiful cards with it, but I just really struggle. I always want to put something there. So I didn't particularly care as much, honestly, for these cards that had this big white space in the middle. On this you cover it up with the sentiment tag, so you don't really see it. Again, I had to put a sentiment tag there. I cut that off. Now this is part of the inside of one of those envelopes. And take your envelopes, look at them. They love to put printed patterns inside of the envelope. So you can take and get even more paper and pattern paper out of your kit. I took that little burst design there, and congratulations. And there's our second card. Now, you can take your cards and turn them into something completely different. So this doesn't even look like anything to do with the original kit. I took the inside of the envelope, I stamped again with that burst pattern on the paper. I used the Flirty Flamingo, and then I mounted it on Blushing Bride. So you can see those colors coordinate very well. I wrapped the linen thread around the corners. Wouldn't this make a great baby card? A little congratulations card. So, don't stick with the theme. You can go outside of the theme. Now, generally, I like to only use items in the kit or very similar, not things that you have to have other tools and things for other than maybe circle punches. But I couldn't resist. I am loving this frame set that is in the Colorful Seasons bundle. It is so beautiful. And this is 2 pieces of it, so Lemon Lime Twist and the Whisper White. And I just couldn't resist, again, covering up that middle space there that, I don't like, with some other designs. I again took and put the leaves on there. Now, I don't know if you can see the dimension on those leaves, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that when we do our card together. So anyway, this is a double stitched die. So that means when you cut this out, you get the stitching on the inside, and then the negative space that is left also has stitching on the outside of that. And let me pull these for you here so you can see what I'm talking about. So this is the Stitch Seasons Framelits dies. And, even if you don't use any of the other dies in there, it's worth it for these. So here's that. Well, camera's not wanting to focus. Let's see. Focus in there. There we go. So there's double stitching. This straight line on the inside is the cutting portion of it, and you get stitching on both sides. And it comes with, among other things, 3 different sizes of these. So you can get some great frames out of these. A lot of variety. This is only available until August 31st or until supplies run out if they end before then. So make sure that you get online and get that purchase before the end of the month. I'll put a link to my online store where you can shop 24/7 if you'd like to pick that up. There's also a stamp set that goes with it, and there is a set of watercolor pencils available as well. So this is the card that we are going to do together today. So again, I took the inside of an envelope and used that pattern paper to give it a totally different look from what they had in the kit. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I want to do is take these leaves. Now I've already done So I'm stamping and punching so that we can go a little bit faster with this project because, you know, you don't really want to watch me all night, I'm sure. I love to hang out with you, but it's a little one-sided online. So I have this leaf here. So there is a darker side and a lighter side to the leaves. And I'm going to put the light side down. And to get that dimension, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually draw some veining on these leaves. So I'm just drawing a line down the center, and then I am going to go in and put some little veins on these leaves. Now, doing that on the reverse side is going to raise the other side of the petals, and you can see how that is already starting to curl up. And so if we go from the front side, again, you can see that dimension. So I like to do that with the vellum. You can use, I'm using the stylus that comes with the scoreboard. You don't have to have that. It is a very handy tool to have. If you don't have a stylus, you can use even the, like a pen, use the, you know, obviously without the pen portion out. So if it's got a smooth ball end, you can, actually in a pinch, I've used the inside, or the top of my Tombow Mono Multi Glue, which is my adhesive of choice. Now on this one, just to show you a little bit different look, instead of doing the veining, I am just going in and raising the center of those leaves. So basically coloring, in essence, with my stylus. And again, that's going to give me some nice dimension on those leaves. You know, when you go out in nature, the leaves are not all flat. So I just like, as I said before, I love my dimensionals, and obviously I love dimension in other ways too. I just think it makes the card feel special. All right, so now we've got those all taken care of. I'm going to bring my trimmer in here. And so to get this speckled pattern, that's actually the inside of one of these envelopes. So I've already kind of pulled it apart. You just very gently peel it open, and you've got this beautiful pattern on there. Now, of course, I love the fact that it's also got this silver lining in it. So I am going to trim that off. And I'm just going to try and get it, oops, get my score blade out of the way. And try and get it fairly close there. And then I'm going to come in here, and it was about 5/8 of an inch. So a little bit over 1/2 inch. I'm trying, let me trim this off and make this straight here. There we go. So I'm going to come up here and go about 5/8 of an inch. It's not exact, not precise. I'm kind of trying to measure or line up these points there with one of the grooves in my trimmer. And then I'm going to cut this center panel down also. And we're going to cut this down to 1/2 inch smaller. So our basic card base is 4 1/4. So we're going to cut this down actually 1/2 inch smaller. So we're going to go 3 3/4. And I'm going to take a little bit off of each of these sides just to try and even that up. And then we're going to go 5 inches. And again, I'm just going to come in and take a little bit off of each end. And there we go. I've pre-cut this to 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to go ahead and start assembling. So I was saying how my kids are going back to school, so lots of changes. My daughter, it's her 3rd year, but my son, it's his 1st year, so first time we've had both of them out. I do work at a school as well, so they're going off to school and I'm going off to school. I've had some reduced hours this summer. It's been kind of nice. I've been able to be in my craft room a lot more, but the next week or so is gonna be going a little crazy. So I've got this too long. It's got those points coming out there. We don't want those extending past, so I'm just going to bring this in to my trimmer and just take a little bit more off, and let's see how that lines up. And there we go. So it doesn't have to be exact or precise. Some of you guys might have already started back to school. I don't know, we start back on Wednesday as our first day back. So, and I love when the teachers and the kids are back. I work in the office, so I'm actually there throughout the summer as well. So it's kind of nice when everybody comes back and there's a lot of activity. I'm just using a little bit of glue to stick these down. I probably could have used some adhesive dots and would have been a little less messy. All right, and I am going to grab my dimensionals out, and we're going to just stick 3 of those. And you know what? I skipped a step, busy talking, and I missed a step. And let's go ahead and stick this down right here. I was supposed to wrap this around here, but you know what? We'll make it work. I'm going to wrap it around this panel instead, so we'll go all the way around the green panel this time. And tuck this under the leaves. Let's pull those up here. And they keep wanting to flop down on me. And wrap those around. And I'm going to use those glue dots to stick this down. I'll put a couple of these here. These are really handy to take when you're traveling and you just need, you need to take something with you, but you don't want to take a whole bunch of items. Just throw these in your kit. And my scissors and trim that off. I've already made a lot of cards and I still have plenty of this ribbon left to make more. So Stampin' Up! Really is very generous with the products that they give us in the kits. Now, this flower, I don't think I mentioned, I cut from this panel on this card, and you could punch any of those out. I mounted on a lemon lime twist, which is one of the coordinating colors. And yeah, you can. I used let's see, a 1 3/4 inch punch and a 2-inch punch. Those are dimensions. So I got a little off camera there. Bring this in. And we're going to hear this down. I love the Tombow Mono Multi because it gives you room to kind of shift this around when you set it down. It gives you a little bit of wiggle room on there. And then I'm again going to come in and use some dimensionals. Now, when you are using your dimensionals, you end up with these little bits and pieces on the end. Don't get rid of it when those are gone. They're very handy for projects like this, where I want to put some dimensionals, but I want to leave the middle somewhat open because I've got that thread running through. So this is going to leave just enough room for that to slide in there. So make sure I put it up the correct direction. And there we go. There is our alternative for our paper pumpkin kit. Again, if you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe now button. And if you are looking for a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I sure would love the opportunity to earn your business. You have a great day and keep creating.